Namaste, guys. Hello. Phoenix here. Remember this card, this horned cactus, right? And Atlantis and battles, right? So, Inspector Gadget here. I did a little bit more research, and the research that I looked into was Rudolf Steiner's energy, well, his readings, well, his lectures. And he talked about the fall of Atlantis and the Zarathustra, and how these beings in their timeline, right, like esoterically, how it measures up to us. And so Atlantis, Lumerian, and all of those others, Mesopotamian, Greeks, I'm gonna tell you about the Greek energy later, but all those other worlds that are not here anymore, those were states of your soul's existence. Like your soul existed there, like Atlanteans. We understand that they were primarily water, right? And so that's you before you ascended into the physical body, right? The Egyptians, they were, like the Mesopotamians, they were more of astrological type of things, type of energy. They knew about those type of energies, okay? He talks about that. I wrote this down a few years ago, but I can't even remember where I wrote it at. But I gotta do this. I noticed that when I am channeling, my words, like when I watch my videos, my words be mixed. And I channel so fast that the words don't come out the way I believe they come out. They come out mixed match. I don't know, it's so weird. And so I wrote this prayer for me, and so I need to read this because I want to stay here. Okay, I am centered in my body. I ground into earth, and I open my heart to the flow of spirit. May my words that rise through me be true to the light, clear in their vibration, and healing in their sound. If my body release with verb, breath, or sigh, I honor the clearing. If my tongue slips or my words rearrange, I bless the hidden meaning it carries within them. I trust that whatever flows through me is exactly what someone needs to hear, even if it arrives imperfectly. Today I speak not alone, I speak with spirit, and spirit speaks through me. So this is another little thing that I had to, prayer that I had to sit with, because when I watch my videos, I kind of cringe. And so I get the inner sense that spirit is saying, look, we flowing, like we literally take control of the reading. So there's no need for you to cringe, right? And it was just, I had to write a prayer when I start, because I'll judge myself after I watch the video, okay? But anyway, I was listening to Rudolf Lecter Steiner, right? And he spoke about the 12 archangels, the archai, those beings, and how they relate to the 12 zodiac signs. And he talks about those 12 cranial nerves that we have inside of us, right? Of course, I did a PDF because my brain works like that. But if you want this PDF, please reach out to me, okay? It's free, okay? And so I have been trying to figure out a way that works for me to where I'm embodying this new energy, okay? This new awareness, this new state of being that I'm becoming aware of, right? And so I was trying to figure out, like, I can't do a lot of other movements because of my leg. And so I've been trying to figure out a way my soul has been wanting me to go that works with it. And so it's just so crazy. I decided to follow the string, the Rudolph Steiner string. And when I went into the bathroom, I kept getting a sense to go into the bathroom, to look at the mirror. And I was trying to lay in the bed and get into a meditation so I can listen to Rudolph Steiner and just allow his energy to flow through me in that meditative state. And so I said, let me get up and go to the bathroom. And so when I went in the bathroom, looked in the mirror, lo and behold, messages coming through the mirror. And it had me looking at my body. It had me becoming aware of my body and all the projections on the female body. It's not from you yourself. It is from societal norms, right? And I was just laughing. And I was just like, wow. And so the reason I felt the way about that card was because my soul signature knew that the body is not essentially, it's not what we think it is. And so internally is the way to appreciate the outside body. Internally is the way that you learn to accept your natural form for the way it is, right? And so I have this little, I did this little zodiacal chart, okay? And the 12 zodiac and how it relates to the cranial nerves. Also, it was, these were the archangels and the archai, right? These were beings, these are beings that exist in the macro, and it projects itself in the micro, which is you, right? This is astounding information for me. I'm telling you, I'm such a nerd. And then we have the Izads, okay? There are particular beings that work through your spinal nerves, right? They project energy into your spinal nerves, right? And how to work with these energies. And so I produced a chart according to the Izads and how they work with your spinal nerves, and the archangels and the archai, how they work with your cranial nerves, and the beings of flow, the 7 beings of flow, the 7 beings of form. Those are the elementals. The elementals you have, like the trees, the minerals, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, those different kingdoms and how they come up from underneath. This is your grounding, right? And how they relate to your physicality, right? How they help to, thank you, appease the aesthetics of the physicality of this outside reality, right? And so the beings of form, 7 beings of form, they help assist in giving your outside reality structure, okay? It helps it maintain a sense of beauty, a sense of wonder, a sense of awe. I am aware, thank you. A sense of joy, a sense of contrast and comparison, right? And so if you're having like not such a good day, you go outside and you go into nature, right? And you see all the beauty and the joy in nature. That is the purpose of the energy of the beings of form, right? They give you a sense of groundedness, a sense of home, a sense of stability, and the animal kingdom is just added on from that. I think that is just so beautiful that nature like gives us these gifts. Oh my God, you have no idea. But anyway, let me go back to this. Like I said, if you want this PDF, please reach out to me, okay? And so this is how I'm going to start working with this energy. I'm going to start tomorrow, okay? And so the first day is the Aries zodiac. This is the olfactory nerve, right? And these are all nerves in the cranial, in your head. And this is the olfactory nerve. Smell, herbs, oils, flowers, breath is the cosmic fire, right? And so I'm just going to spend all day tomorrow, probably half of the day tomorrow, focusing on the things that I can smell, being in unison with just smelling different things. I'm going to make it a purpose just so that I can understand this energy, understand the essence of the energy, right? What is the nerves, the cranial nerves of the nose trying to tell me, like its natural signatures, what it can sniff out. Spirit gave me the energy of a dog. I was gonna say a dog hound. You see my words. Wow. Spirit gave me the vision of a hound dog, right? What it, you know, how its natural sniffing abilities, right? It uses that, right? Like, can you smell what the rock is cooking? Like, that's so crazy. But not also, Spirit is saying it helps you to tap into your clear olfactory senses. Okay, I think that's the word for it. I'm not sure. Okay, if you know it, just put it down in the comment section. And thank you for being here. Hello, hello, hello. Namaste to you all. I should have said that in the beginning, but I'm so excited about this new awareness that I come into. And I always tell you, if I come into some new awareness, I'm gonna come tell you all. You got to excuse me. My face is, I'm beaming with joy in my facial, internal facial space. I can feel it within me, and it's I didn't say that. And then the next one, we have the Taurus. Okay, this is the notice the beauty everywhere. This is your optical nerve, right? Notice beauty everywhere, gaze at the sky, candle art. To me, when I gaze at the clouds, I see the beauty in the clouds. Okay, art is in the clouds because I see this beautiful unfolding of pictures and statues in the cloud. I've always been like that. Even as a kid, I used to see these beautiful, I don't know, art, beautiful works of art in the clouds. It just was so amazing to me. I used to tell my mama, look, she used to be like, okay, it's a cloud. But I don't think she saw what I saw. Or maybe she did, she just didn't want me to. I don't know, I'm gonna leave that alone. But anyway, the Gemini is the ocular motor. This plays with perspective, sees duality as unity, right? And so I'm asking Spirit to give me an example of that. They're showing me this crow, right? The opposite ends, like how I'm able to, thank you for that, see my life as a spiritual journey. How I'm able to flip the script of my life and view it as everything spiritual, so that I'm not attaching to the hard knocks of life, right? This is Gemini energy. Remember, Gemini sees according to what they see. They can feel either way, right? And then we have the Cancer energy. This is called the Torchlear. I can't even say that word. Torchlear, Torchlear nerve. Okay, the daily practice for this would be to focus inward, inner sight. I do this all the time to see what I can see inwardly. Okay, sometimes I'll just close my eyes and I'll just wait for my inner eye to start showing me colors, start showing me visions. I remember the first time, 1333 on my timer, I started having clairvoyant experiences. Excuse me, how it'll play out. It'll start off as like a gold glow, and it'll be moving just like that, and then the gold glow will expand to a screen, and within that screen, etched around in the gold glow, right? Think of like a TV screen, and it has a gold shimmer around it, and within that darkness of the goldness, the glow around it, I'll see faces that is etched in that gold glow also. I'll see images, people that I don't even know, scenes, sceneries, and then they'll start making themselves more color the more I stayed with it, right? And so that's something that you can do to strengthen your clairvoyance, okay? That is the energy of Cancer, okay? And then we have Leo. This is the, I don't know, trigeminal, T-R-I-G-E, triage manimal. You eat slowly, you bless food and sunlight, and you smile widely. That is that Leo energy, right? That is what I'm feeling internally right now in my facial place. I don't know how to say that. Then we have the Virgo energy, okay, and then it's the cranial nerve. I'm sorry, is the abductions. This align attention, focus on small details. I'm a pro at that because of the military, attention to detail, Navy. We have to make every little corner match. I think that's why I'm so meticulous about the work that I do and the healing that I do. I don't allow no little detail go undone. I'm always going back in. I don't know what that is. That's that. I don't know. Anyway, let me keep going. We have the Libra energy. This is the facial. This is, I guess, what I'm feeling. The taste, the sweetness, speak, beauty, and smile. I guess this is what I'm feeling right now. That Leo energy, Libra, I'm sorry, energy. I said Leo, so it could be both. That Libra energy, and my Libra is in North Node, so I'm not surprised by that. Speak beauty and smile. Speak beauty into yourself. Speak beauty into everything. I was just on the phone with my niece. She just made 13. And I was telling her when she get up in the morning to brush her teeth and look in the mirror and tell her how proud of herself she is. Tell her that God is within her. I was telling herself to say those affirmations to herself. She's 13. And if she continued to say those things, those words to herself, look at the beauty. Like, look at God. Like, look at the rearranging we do when we are in our power, and so much wisdom we can pass down to children, right? Especially 13. That's such a vulnerable age, right? That's when you're at that threshold, right? I'm just so grateful that I could be able to assist her along her path, okay? And then we have the Scorpio energy. This is the vestibular. I don't know how to say this. Let me Google it, okay? Y'all got to excuse me. You know, I'm gonna Google some stuff. Make sure this gives me the right thing. Okay. We got it. I don't want you. Jesus. I like how it just took me off my page. I appreciate you, Google. I guess that's saying I got too much open on here. I don't know. Not that one. Man, if you would like these teachings, please email me because they are amazing. They really are, okay? And they will definitely help you, especially if you embody these practices. Cranial nerves of the VEST. Yeah, I got too many windows open. Here we go. Vestibular. Vestibular. It's called vestibular. Vestibulocochlear. Wow. Okay.
Vestibulocochlear.
You heard that?
Vestibulocochlear.
Let me turn the volume up.
Vestibulocochlear. Vestibulocochlear.
That word. That is in the sign of Scorpio. Listen deeply, balance body in the stillness. Okay, that is that vestibular cochlear. Okay, it says it's the 8th cranial nerve responsible for carrying sensory information from hearing and balance from the inner ear. Okay, and so you can just listen to music. Okay, you know what helps me? It's what is this called, when the songs play in either version of your ear, and it's like a girl singing, she said, I got a secret, and then another version comes in, and it kind of focuses, it kind of like, when you hearing that, my brain switch from side to side just like this, and then my awareness comes into the center state. Try that. I'm gonna link a video in the comments when I'm in the description box when I'm done, so you can see how that feels to you. I forget what the name of what that's called. Okay, and then we have the Sagittarius energy, the speak truth. Okay, swallow gratitude. Okay, look, gratitude is within you. Okay, you breathe gratitude, you swallow it within you, you keep it in your throat. Okay, I'm grateful for this. Every time you swallow, I'm grateful, right? That's a practice that I've been doing, and I'm telling you, when you do that, you see goodness in everything. You're able to be more grateful with things. Okay, and then we have the Capricorn. That is the vagus nerve. Deep belly breaths ground in earth's rhythm. That is an exercise you can do. And then we have Aquarius. This is accessory. This stretches the shoulder, the neck, carries visions lightly. Okay, this is like, a lot of times when I am doing stretching, like neck rotations and stuff like that, I oftentimes will see little visionary things will come up for me. Okay, I don't know why it does that, but this was so synchronistic when I was looking on Google at the what these nerves do inside of the cranial. I was just like it's like a lot of these things I was already doing and had no idea that I was doing it, right? And then we have Pisces, hypoglossical. You sing, you chant, you hum, you flow through water. This flow sound through water. Okay, that is how you practice that. Okay, I always keep water running in the background. Not only does Raven, she does not like to drink standing water. She needs flowing water. And then we have the spinal energy, right? And this is the cervical. These are your spinal nerves, C1 through C8. This, the neck, the voice, the speak truth, align the head and heart. Okay, with this energy, you will often do qigong. You can do yoga. You can do, like, you know, yoga is a stretching exercise, right? You can do those exercises with this energy to embody this, right? And we are all about learning and applying the practices. Okay, we're all about applying practices here, and this is what these PDFs are made for, so that you're able to apply these teachings, not just to understand them. And you know, you need to be able to embody the energy. The more you live this, the more you, thank you, Spirit, use this as a way of being. The more you use this as your lived experience, right? You are canceling. You are canceling. I said counseling, so I said it for a reason. You are counseling your new way of being, right? It's like you're counseling yourself, but also you are canceling out the old ways of being by embodying these new way of beings, okay? These new lived experiences. Thank you, Spirit. And then we have the lumbar, right? L1. Oh, I'm sorry, the thoracic. That's the T1 to T12. That is the being Isaac 9 through 20. These beings Rudolf Steiner spoke about. These beings were below the archangels and the archives, right? And they embodied your physical space, okay? And this is the chest, the breath, the open lungs, honors the heart flame. And like I say, you do qigong, you do stretches to honor this, right? You do it like one a day, okay? And then we have the lumbar, the lower back, the legs, stand strong, root deeply, right? These are, like I said, energies, qigong. Qigong works for me, okay? I used to do yoga in the beginning of my journey, but it was straining me because I need you need a teacher to properly practice yoga. Just don't go practicing no yoga on your own, okay? Make sure if you are, you're doing it for beginners, but if you feel yourself straining, don't hurt yourself, okay? I knew a yoga instructor back in Chicago when I first got my shamanic Reiki certificate. I am trained in shamanic Reiki. And so they wanted us to go to this center so we can set up, practice Reiki on others, shamanic Reiki on others. And so one of the ladies there, she wound up straining herself doing a yoga pose, and she's messed up. I don't know how to say that, but just be careful with yoga, okay? This is not to place fear into you. This is just for you to be cautious, especially if you haven't stretched your body in a way for a long time, okay? Just be mindful, okay? Baby steps, okay? And then we have the sacral. This is S1 through S5. Pelvis, legs, embrace creativity, life flow, okay? And then we have the coccygeal. This is the tailbone. You ground into earth connections, okay? And this is a PDF that I had. Okay, let me read this, what I wrote at the bottom. Spinal nerves, the Isaac's ladder. Okay, use this material as living practice, not just knowledge. Each nerve and each cycle can be approached as a meditation, a ritual, even a daily journal reflection. Over time, the awareness may deepen your connection to your body, but also the cosmic order mirror within it, okay? Yeah, this is something new that I'm going to be embarking on, because understand, like, elevation, like your life elevates. Everything is about elevation, right? And so when you're elevating a new way of being, right, I noticed that I have been becoming different. I don't know how to say that, but you feel the shift. You can feel the elevation. You can feel the shift. And in order for you to embody that, you have to practice those energies, right? You have to practice embodying that, right? You've been one person for so long. You've been one energy for so long, okay? Now it's time for you to embody your true natural state of existence, okay? And that is the cosmic order of what you are. You're not here. You're not here. And look at that. Moving out of stagnation. It helps you move out of stagnation, okay? And spirit is right there with you, okay? Spirit is moving you out of stagnation spiritually, and you're moving yourself out of stagnation physically, okay? What else, spirit? Give us some more good stuff. What happens when they do this? Mother Earth, Earth Mother, psychic recharge, grounded healer, mentor, layers. You become that, right? One with the earth, right? What else, spirit? Was it this one? Magical release, calling, intention, stronghold, wind, raising wind, right? You start to release things like that from you, okay? You're breaking old ways of being, right? You're no longer in that space. Joy, blessings, intuition, Archangel 1515, you come into this space of your blessings. You're able to see blessings, joy. That also helps you move out of stagnation. I got them together because 1515. That also helps you move out of stagnation, okay? Look at that. Look at that face. Look at spirit in the background. Come on now. Look at that. Okay, this is you standing in your strength. 444, you could be seeing. And then we have Raven. She is really clingy lately. Look, vibrational frequency rising. Look at this 444. You stand in your truth, okay? You stand in a space of authenticity to where nothing can take you down, okay? This is when you embody. It's like you learned enough. Oh, you learned enough, right? So now it's time for you to stand in your full embodiment, okay? Your full sense of truth, your full sense of authenticity. Raven, do not sit in my way. You was just in there asleep. She's been real clingy lately. Trust me, we talk all the time. She just want to be around me. I love her too, trust me. But this is my space. Excuse me. Move, Raven. Let's see what the ancestor has to say. These are my ancestor cards. I want to get those other cards too. What messages? I hear you. I hear you. They want me to. The Empress energy. Oh, I can't show her bazooms. Empress energy. Owl, wisdom. The Hierophant energy is here. Look at these major arcanas. That is amazing. Wait. Oh. You sitting on your throne. Look at that. Being in your look at. Okay, Raven. I see you. Okay. You're trying to reflect to me back something. Look at the Sun card. Oh, it is the Lovers. I think this is the Sun. The Lovers. This is the Sun card. Wow, look at this. Energy is really amazing. Like twins. I don't know why these two cards just look just alike. Wait, where'd it go? Thank you. Talking about twins, okay? Twins, this could be like you mirroring yourself, okay? Mirroring what resides inside of you, okay? This is amazing energy. I pray that you all are doing these exercises, okay? So I have a cups, okay? Release this energy. The Spirit is helping you release this energy, okay? The Spirit is helping you kill this beast of burden. Look at that army in the background, okay? Spirit, you have a whole team of ancestors that's helping you move on. Man, they going to war for you. And so that you can stop going to war for yourself. Remember the card that I pulled, that Atlantis card, was wars and battles. It's like Spirit is like, you don't have to fight no more, okay? The King of Swords. It's like, here's your truth, right? And this man, this man is like pointing her to the land, like, eat of the land, right? The truth. That divine masculine truth. This land is your land. This land is your land. That's the energy I'm getting off this card. This world was made for you and me. The Knight, the Knave of Pentacles, okay? That's good news coming in. This Tower energy is here again. But I feel like this is a spiritual tower. I don't know why this is giving me that. Look at that. I knew that. As I said that. But this is a tower that you are bringing on yourself. You know what? I welcome towers, okay? The Six of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Hermit. I welcome towers because, especially there are self-imposed towers for my highest good. Look at the Judgment card here, the Hermit, okay? Because your soul called judgment on things that no longer resonate with you, okay? Your soul would naturally say, look, we found a new way of being. They giving me that Dave Chappelle energy, or Dave Chappelle said, we the people like to trade. This is the energy it's giving me. Where you're trading one thing in for another. You're trading that old way of being in for newness. You know what? 3555. You could do whatever practice you need to do, but understand the purpose of applied embodiment, okay? This helps you somatically. Thank you, Spirit. This helps you somatically, okay? This helps your body shift so you're not just, thank you, working off impulses, right? This helps your body shift. So whatever way that you choose to do it, it's whatever way you choose to do it, right? But for me, cracking the whip, these cards always, like, wake up. I don't know where I get that energy from these. I don't know what that is. Lord have mercy. The Three of Pentacles is ancestors energy. Like, wake you. You've been under the whip of society for so long. Now it's time for you to be under the whip of your own self, right? Time for you to bring your own towers in. If you're going to allow society to bring your towers in, but it's like terrible towers, right? Why don't you bring your own towers in to change your own way of being, right? To change your own self, to bring your own newness in, right? And that's how I look at it. You know what? I'm tired of society and life beat me. I'm going to beat it before it beat me. And that is just my plan, okay? And so, like I always say, you know, you're welcome here. This is a safe space for you. If you need any help, reach out to me, email me. You know, we can chit-chat, Three of Wands, to figure out, you know, how it is that we can help each other. The Ten of Wands, releasing burdens, okay? We can figure out how I could bring you some assistance, okay? Even it's just to have a, you know, a chat about ways to help, you know. I'm open for it, okay? Don't go overboard with it. Because you're bored and don't have nothing to do, you want to just chat like that. Don't do that to me, because I would never do it to you, and you wouldn't want nobody to do it to you, okay? Let's be respectful. But if you need some honest help and you're at a stuck space or a standstill and you're trying to figure out something and you just need a little bit of counseling, please reach out to me, okay? You are not alone on this journey, okay? Look, serendipity. Look at that. You're not alone on this journey, okay? You're not alone, okay? Removing masks. You're not alone. You're tapping into your authentic self, okay? And so that's the message. I hope it made sense. I hope that this information that Spirit blessed me with today can help bless you in some type of way, okay? Man, I don't know. I just felt that. What was that, Spirit? That word. What was that? Let me see what that word was. What was that word, Spirit? Period. Blessed. It's like I said, something old is ending, okay? 7, 6, 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, okay? So this embodied action, embodied rituals, embodied practices. You don't have to call them rituals, but embodied practices, okay? They will often help you, okay? to embody a new state of being, okay? Yeah, they help you embody a new state of being. And then we have the Page of Pentacles again. New good news. I was going to say new good news on monetary matters, setting goals, ambitions, consistency, grounded young person, loyal, friendly, faithful, dependable. Okay, and so I was gonna say new moon. And so, like I say, spirit sometimes take control of my words. I just be watching my videos back and I just be like, jeez, what did I say? Like earlier I said how the feathers soar. I meant to say birds soar, but I said feathers. So gosh, sorry. Anyway, I love you all so much. I'm sorry, like I'm silly because I don't know what spirit this is with me. Oh, a young spirit. Could be my son, because my son was often silly and I just was like, I wonder what energy this is. And it said somebody, look, and he is an earth sign, who's a Virgo. So not surprised that he's here. And his birthday is coming up. His birthday is August 30th. And he is definitely an earth sign. And he was all of this energy. I can feel his little silliness. He was 17, but he was such a baby at heart. A joyful lad. And so I love you all so much. Okay, take care. The message is delivered. The energy is complete. All that is no longer mine. Return to source, blessed and whole. I close this channel in love and light. Take care, guys.